What's going today there, YouTube? Well, trying to get the shop cleaned up here a little bit because you got lots going on. I'm starting not to be able to find stuff, but of course, as anyone knows, when you're trying to work on something, that gets frustrating as frig. So, anyway, I was away for a couple days, went down to the farm for a few days there to have a little visit and to pick up another project out of the roster here. But anyway, so far, what we got going on here, I got the front diff pulled apart there on the big truck. I did, however, get the carrier bearings off. That's the races that's left over. You pull your cage off there, and then you can pull that bearing off. So I still got to pull the pinion bearing off there, but I don't have the right puller for it. So which leads me to this next thing. I had actually ended up using that old pulley Grandpa had to pull the carrier bearings off. So I bought this pulley to try doing it with, and this one's just no good. So 2 weeks, so I'm gonna take that back. That thing was almost 40 bucks, so I figured, well, got looking on YouTube there, and I know Princess Auto had a master bearing puller set, but it was like almost 150 bucks, and I wasn't about to spend that kind of money on something I'm probably only going to use 1 or 2 times, so I figured, well, there's got to be a better way, so I went and looked on friggin' eBay's there, so I got on there, and the same damn kit that Princess Auto's got, had it on eBay in Canada, so free shipping of course already, and then there's only like 50 bucks, so I figured time to take that friggin' thing back and pay for that one. I'm only really out like 10-11 bucks, so I guess it's not such a bad deal. But anyway, our next subject here I've got on the bench, and some of you might recognize what that's off of. Of course, I went down to the farm to visit family and whatnot, and if any of you guys remember last year at Farmersville, I had a bit of a dirty fuel issue with the old 1828, so if any of you guys are my new subscribers may not recognize that tank, because I do have a 1-to-1 scale 1937 Cox at Harper 1820, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys know. And I was gonna clean the tank out here. It's not really not too bad, but I mean, it's one of those things that needs to be done. I mean, you probably won't be able to see down inside there because I don't have a flashlight with me. But it's not really all that bad. I just kind of wanted to clean it up and whatnot. But got a little bit of rust in my fuel last year, so it wasn't too bad. It's actually a lot better than I remember it being. So I was actually going to put a liner kit in there, but I figured I'm not going to do that just anymore. So I'm just going to clean this one out and put it back on there. So I'll have a video on that here, and I'll probably next weekend or later on next week when I have a chance to do it. So anyway, I'm working on this mess here because, you know, there's nothing more frustrating than looking for a tool when you don't know where it is. So gonna have to get some of the scrap metal under control here too. I got copper and aluminum and batteries and steel and all kinds of different stuff. So oh well, I guess I'm getting on blabbing. Maybe I'll head down to Princess here and I'll take that guy back, and then when I get my master bearing set, my puller set rather, I'll have a little video and show you guys how to pull a pinion bearing off a pinion. So it's not too difficult to do. A little bit of heat does help. So yeah, anyway, well, my shop foreman Calvin showed up here to, you know, check in on me just to see how things were going. He says he had to let the shop get in such a friggin' mess. I says, well, there, Calvin, you know, you keep pushing these jobs at us here and whatnot, so never give me a chance to clean up. So see, that guy used to work. That guy Calvin used to work at my grandpa's shop too one time. I seem to remember he's kind of a hard ass. So I guess we better get things in line here, boys. Well, Calvin there also mentioned that maybe you better give the shop truck a fire up there. You haven't started that in about a month, and it's not nice to let things sit. So I think maybe I'll hook up the defibrillator cord there, and we'll see if she'll fire off. I'm gonna set you guys up here somewhere, and see if we got a little sound comparison here. You guys can listen to the white truck start compared to the big truck. So. God love project vehicles. This one's straight pipe too. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I might put a link in the description box here. I haven't really had you guys inside this truck too much. So that's the radio I put in. I think I showed you guys that. I think this truck came from Quebec at one time, because that Repar 4RM, that's your service four-wheel drive light, but obviously the front diff's all pulled apart in the backyard there, so there's a pretty good indication why that's on. Check engine light's just an O2 sensor, and the ABS light that's on is just, I got to take a shim out of one of this. There's a couple of shims that come in the four-wheel drive hub. I got to pull one of those sensors, or one of the shims out, so that way it makes contact. I got Calvin's layer cleaned up here a little bit. See, that's way much more better, eh? See, are you happy with that now, Calvin? See, yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, I wanted to mention too that I got another farm toy project coming up here soon. I'm not gonna totally reveal to you guys just what it is. Some of you guys got me on Facebook and Instagram, you already know what it's gonna be. But for you guys that don't, it's gonna be, well, you guys might remember in a previous video I mentioned I wanted to do another combine restoration. So it's I think it's actually 1/16 scale, so it's quite a big piece of equipment, but it's going to be a lot of work. It's probably going to be the most difficult restoration I've done yet. Well, resto mod, we'll call it, resto mod. I'm going to have to make a lot of parts, I think, and but hey, I think it's something you guys are going to like, and it is a green combine, you know. But yeah, I think 1/16 scale green combine, but any guys that know what it's going to be, don't let the cat out of the bag just yet. It should be here this week sometime, so I should have another unboxing video to do. So we should have a bunch of videos coming up here real soon, fellas. And I guess since I'm on the subject of the YouTube channel here, decided I'd start a GoFundMe page just for, I know how I do the greatest farm toy collection on YouTube. That's of course something I started out of tractors that you guys sent in for, out of fan mail and whatnot, kind of a separate collection from my personal collection, but I figured if you also wanted to support the channel but didn't want to send a toy in, well, there's also a little donation helps out as far as doing projects and making videos and getting better camera equipment for you guys. That way I can keep you guys interested and whatnot. So the option is down below there in the description box if you're interested, of course. By no means you have to, but you know, every little bit does help out, and that just goes towards making better videos for you guys. Anyway, speaking of which, if you're interested in sending me a tractor, comment, piece of equipment, piece of literature, hat, sticker for the greatest farm toy collection on YouTube, here the P.O. box address in the description box down below. Greatly appreciate everything you guys sent in. I love you guys' support. I know I don't post quite as frequently as I would like to, because I do get to be kind of a busy guy sometimes, but it doesn't go unnoticed. And yes, I do read you guys' comments. I don't always get a chance to reply to you, but I always look at them. So if you guys like this video, thumbs up, please comment, rate, subscribe as always, and I'll see you on the next one.